Today we're going to be going over my 3-4 under defense. I'm going to be giving you guys a complete breakdown of it, from the adjustments I make onto the field, the abilities I got, where I got everybody at, and I'm just going to, pretty much show you how to run this defense to a T. Now, the spoiler alert, this defense really is probably only going to work in MUT, because regs is just, to run a 3-4, you got to have linebackers with at least lurk artists. In the regs, I doubt half of these guys are even going to have lurkers, so I would probably only run this in MUT unless there's a team out there like where you can get 2 lurkers and regs, then this will work pretty good. But besides that, this is mostly a MUT defense. Before we get on to the field and I'll show you guys the adjustments, let's start off with the team and stuff. So the playbook you're going to want is, well, I'm not going to say you need the Baltimore playbook, but I do run the Baltimore playbook. There's a lot of defensive playbooks that have 3-4 under, but they don't have the cover 4 quarters play. And that's the play we're going to be running for the most part, is the cover 4 quarters. So you can always go on Huddle GG and, see who's always got it. But I do run it out of the Ravens playbook. For the abilities we are running. So if you're wondering like what the package is looking like, you got 2 safeties, up top. You got your 2 outside corners. You got your 2 backers in the middle, and then there's 5 D linemen on the D line. So that's the package looking like. So for the abilities I'm rocking on my free safety, I only have universal coverage. That like Kevin Byard gets universal coverage all game. I also have pick artist in mid zone, but he has universal coverage, so he's every KO. If I didn't have universal, then I would probably rock like deep end zone, mid zone, and pick artist, or if he gets deep zone, I would go deep zone. So those are probably the abilities I would look at for the safety. DRC's got pick artist, deep end zone, and mid zone. Mid zone, at this point it's pretty big to have on the safeties. I'm not gonna say you need on the outside corners, but I feel like you're definitely gonna need this on the safeties. Outside corners, I just have deep out zone and pick artist on camera curl and slay, both of them. If you can mix in a mid zone on your outside corners, that'd be pretty glitchy as well, because mid zone, it's pretty good on the outside corner. So if you can, that'd be nice to mix in there. I can't, so I don't have it. And then for my guys I got in the box, I got TJ Edwards and Carl Michael. Carl Michael's just got lurk artist. TJ Edwards, I got lurk artist and tackle supreme on him, because these guys run around just angry runs. Tackle supreme's a pretty good counter for it. TJ Edwards gets it for 1, so I've been using that. For my actual D line, how I'm running it, so Brian Burns is my edge rusher on, I guess that would be the left side. He's my edge rusher off the left side. I got no outsiders and reach elite on him. No outsiders is definitely pretty nice to have for this defense, because you would think for 3-4 it's pretty easy to stop run, which it relatively is. It's just, you definitely got to be prepared for it, and you definitely got to have the right abilities for it. Javon Curse is my opposite edge rusher of him. He also has no outsiders, so it's no outsiders on both of my edge rushers. Reggie White he lines up over the left guard for me on the interior. I got the unstoppable X Factor on him, and I got double or nothing, which surprisingly, I just threw the double or nothing on for 1 AP because I had the 1 extra AP, and mixed that in with that unstoppable force, and it's actually pretty nasty, I can't lie. Jalen Carter's got inside stuff and interior threat he gets for 0. I have him lined up. I have him lined up right over top the center. That's kind of typically where you want your inside stuff to be in this defense. And Bryce Huff just had Speedster for 0 AP. He lines up over the right guard for me. Typically, like I said, you want to probably have 2 no outsiders on both your outside guys, the inside stuff in the middle. And I tried it with an additional inside stuff. I tried on the left side, on the right side, and the interior, and I feel like it didn't really give me too much production. So if you guys want to try it, you can, but I didn't have too much success with another inside stuff. I think you pretty much got the basics where I got all my abilities and stuff like that. Let's go hit the field and let's, give the real breakdown of this defense. So basically how I'm going to break my defense down is, I feel like the best way for me to do it is, I'm just going to show you a bunch of formations that if I saw in game, what different, adjustments I would make if I saw them. The bunches, the trips, tight ends, the wing slots, or just I form, anything. I'm going to just go over as many formations I can think of, show you a bunch of different adjustments I'll make for them, and kind of explain it and break the whole thing down. So before we even do any of that though, we got to go to our coaching adjustments. Let me move my face cam real quick so you guys can see. But for the coaching adjustments, I'm going to go through the stuff I use. I keep auto flip, defensive play call on, auto alignment. I always put this on baseline. We're not going to touch any of this stuff right here. Not going to touch any of that zone drops. This is what we want to do. So I actually now, you guys remember my nickel normal. I used to always start the game with my cloud flats on 20 in this defense. I honestly start my flats off at 5. Now this could get adjusted accordingly. You know what I mean? I'm either going to have my cloud flats on 5, or I'm going to have them on like 20 or 25. You know what I mean? If I need to have them go back. But to start the game, I'm putting these on 5. I'm putting my curl flats on 0 and my hook curls on 5. So this is what it's, looks like in the beginning of the game. In the beginning of the game when I first set it up, this is what it's looking like. Now for the formation, like who you want to sub in and stuff, that's totally up to you. For me, I just have to sub in Carmichael. All my D linemen are where they are need to be. You can, you know, mess around with your lineup, you know, in your defensive menu, and you can get guys where you like to where you don't have to sub them in. It's not a big deal. Just get guys where you need them. For me, I don't have to touch it. I have everybody perfectly where they need to be. I just realized you guys couldn't even see the subbing in. I only, like I said, I only subbed in Carmichael for the box. My D-line's fine. Just mess around with that. It's not a big deal. Now, in this 3-4 under, it's really only one play I come out in. It is the play all the way to the right, the cover 4 quarters. For the most part, it's the only play I ever come out in. Very occasionally, I'll come out in like a man, and it'll be like, so if I come out in it, it'll be like, maybe they're getting to the line quick, and I just quick audible. I think it's like a pinch bucko, quick audible they have in it. And sometimes I'll go to that really fast, but I don't really do it like that. It's maybe like in the red zone or just, you know, it's very rarely. But for the most part, we're coming out in that cover 4 quarters like almost every play. I think the first formation we're going to start off with is doubles offset. And you're probably like, why? Because we're going to run through like everything. We're going to run through like all like formations you could possibly see. Now, the adjustments I would make for doubles offset is very extremely similar to the adjustments I would make to spread. So, you know, take both of these hand in hand, spread and doubles. We're combining these. All right, so, and honestly, when I see this, man, guys are getting feasted on if you come at this. I'll tell you right now, you're gonna get screamed at. Whole ethics of my defense is to scream at the quarterback. That's one of the biggest reasons why I switched to this 3-4 under is because, you know, if you know me, you know, if you watch the streams, you watch the gameplays, you know my background. I love blitzing. I love getting to the quarterback. I love hitting the quarterback. I'm blitzing every play. I do not care, and that's why I switched to this 3-4 under. Like every single play that we run this, these 5 linemen on the D-line will be getting sent every play. It's very, very rarely that we're ever going to be dropping any of these D linemen in coverage because that's not our goal. That's not what we want to do. So we're going to go over some adjustments. So these first adjustments we're going to go over, this is stuff you're going to want to do against every single time you come out. And so the first thing you want to do every time you come out in this, you see how Brian Burns sitting here in this curl flat? You don't want that. You're just going to hit left on the D-pad and flick the right stick up and hit slant outside. That's going to slant your entire defensive line to the outside. Instead of having to like make that quick adjustment to take them off the curl flat, because you're going to want to slant the D-line to the outside regardless. Now, I'm not saying actually spread the D-line out. There is some cases where we're going to do that. I'm talking about leave everybody where they're set at, just slant them to the outside. It's going to help the blitz a whole lot. You're going to want to do that almost every single time as soon as you hit the field on defense. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to hit show blitz. What this is going to do is this is going to bring all your corners down. It's going to bring all your safeties down. You're just going to want to hit Y, and you're going to want to flip the left stick to the left. So it looks like this, and you're gonna want to bring everybody down here pretty close and tight. This safety, he's always gonna line up a little bit weird right here, so you're usually gonna want to bring him down just a little bit more, kind of get him in place. You'll get used to it. It doesn't really take very long. Now, you're probably thinking, do we do this every single time? Do we bring everybody down? For the most part, it's a 50-50 thing. A lot of times you are going to bring all these guys down and you want to make the line of scrimmage really tight. But there's a time and place when you don't want to, when you want to kind of leave your corners backed off, put them on like 20-yard cloud flats, stuff like that. If you're not dropping your corners on 20-yard cloud flats and trying to have them backed up, then yes, you're going to want to bring everybody down, and you're going to want to make the line of scrimmage real compact. And in this instance, you know, someone coming out in a doubles or a spread, we're definitely gonna bring this line of scrimmage. We're gonna bring everybody down and make it really tight. So now we've got that out the way. We brought everybody down. Let's show you some of the adjustments I like to make. So I like to do this right here. I like to man up both of my safeties on the slot receiver and the tight end, so it looks a little something like this. Now, it helps a lot that my Kevin Byard is universal coverage, so even though I have him manned up, he has all the KOs. He's going to break it up. But I used to do this even before I had the universal coverage there. It's something I always did. Now, I'm not going to shade them any particular way right now because we don't know what routes are going to be on the field, so I'm going to leave them kind of in a stock man right now. And then the next thing we're going to do is see Carmichael. You want to blitz. You want to blitz the guy that's... So you want to use the guys on the running back side. So in this case, we want to use TJ Edwards because you're going to have to play the running back. You want to blitz the opposite guy. So you're going to bring him right there. So now the very last thing we're going to do is we're going to bring TJ Edwards down. You want to put him on a blitz. And also make sure you pass commit. You always want to make sure you pass commit. It's just going to help guys get off their blocks better everywhere. The DB is going to react better. It makes everything better. So definitely want to make sure you pass commit. And what you want to do with TJ Edwards, you want to stand right over top this right guard right here. And you see this animation I'm in where I'm like, I could be backed up like this, and you see how I'm standing like this. You don't want him to be like standing normally, like almost like this. You want him to get that animation where he's hunched over a little bit, you know. Because what you want to do is you're trying to get somebody in free. You want to mess with the offensive line, get some disengages, and get guys to come in free. And really, what your goal is here with the user is you're playing the running back. Now, if the running back's not on a route, you're kind of just sitting in the middle, just, you know, playing the guy that's possibly going to get open. But if that running back, most likely the running back's going to be on a flat route or angle route. Your job is to play that in. Trust me, this is going to get it home. And I play a very risky defense. Like, things are possibly going to be wide open, but we're sending pressure every play. So you have to, you know, good luck finding it. So when the ball snapped, I just engaged right there like crazy. Boom, look at that. In real life, that's a real thing. That the AI did that. Just you damn right, a real person's gonna do with the AI. Just they're panicking, do something stupid. Another thing this defense is gonna do is it's just gonna speed up your opponent's internal clock. Like he's gonna panic. He's gonna go. The one thing this defense is really gonna do, it's gonna help you get an early lead because your opponent's probably gonna do some stupid stuff in the beginning. It's gonna give you opportunity to take a lead. So you really want to take advantage of, you know, these early turnovers you're gonna get because you're gonna get some turnovers. The adjustment I like to do against the doubles or the spread is you could honestly keep it simple here. Instead of even manning these guys up, if you know it's a long down situation where they're going to have to get the ball out, you could just leave both of these guys on quarters, honestly. You could just, you know, run it like this. If you know they're going to have to get the ball out, especially if you're not going against someone that's very good, you could just, you know, everything like we said before and just blitz that guy, get right down there and just, you know, kind of let him snap it and just, you know, he's probably going to do something stupid. Like I said, you guys are getting home, you know what I mean? It's, you know, they're going to, like, in real life right there, you could lurk that, you know what I mean? You know, so people come out in this, man, it's usually Rhapsody. Next adjustment I'm going to show you is with them not pressed at the line. Let's say this guy's actually coming out in the doubles in the spread. He's dotting up, and you really got to make a little bit of adjustments here. Let's say I don't feel like having to call timeout and go back to the coaching adjustments. Let's just say we have our cloud flats on 20 right now. This is an adjustment for 20-yard cloud flats. You can do this for, we'll show two different ways to do this. So look, we're gonna play almost like a Tampa 2 style of defense here. So we're gonna cloud flat both of our outside corners. Remember, like I said, we put them on 20 yards, and both of the safeties we're going to deep half them. You got to take them off that quarter. I mean, you could leave them on it, but be very careful because if they send a streak on that left or right side, he's gonna feast. So deep half them so they play the sidelines, and you basically just turn this into a Tampa 2 style defense. So you could just straight up run it like this. You can kind of do whatever you want with this extra, the extra guy you're not using. Blitz him if you want to. I would probably not recommend keeping him in this curl. I mean, I guess you could leave him in the curl flat. You could either, you know, man him up on the slide or something, put him in that curl flat, or I'd say blitz him. You know, just time and the place for the hook curl. It just depends with your opponent here. But basically, we're just turning this into a Tampa 2 style defense. Sometimes it's a long downed situation. It's like a 3rd and 20 or something like that. But I still want to run this Tampa 2 style defense. What I'll do is I'll actually back this middle backer up right here, and I'll actually put him on a middle third and inside third. You want to back him up when you do it because, you know, those putting those backers on the inside third, they don't play like they used to back in the day. So you can do something like a little something like this, and always want to make sure with your user. If you're using the left side backer, you want to get over top the left guard. If you're using the right side backer, you want to make sure you get over top the right guard. So you just kind of want to make sure you do it like that, and you could set a little something like up for the, you know, for the doubles. This is, you know, I wouldn't even say this is long down situation. You could do it like this. So that's another little adjustment right there. Another thing you can also do is, let's say you still want to bring everybody down. I know there's an adjustment to where you can like individually cloud flat. We're not cloud flat. You can individually back a corner up. I'm not keen on how to do it. I've been told a couple times. I'm still not keen on it. You can, like, let's say, you know, like on the right side of the field, right? He's gonna put that the tight end on a corner out, and the blitz might not be getting there as quick as you need it to, and he's getting time to throw it. You know, back this guy up. Make sure you got him on a 20-yard cloud flat. We're gonna deep half the right guy, and boom, you can do something, a little something like this. Maybe flat this linebacker here to the flat so he can play anything underneath. You got Slay playing the over top. Get right here with your user, and you're really kind of playing that left side of the field, a little bit of the middle, and, you know, you can do something like that. So you're kind of, it's like you're double mabling the right side, basically. You know, corner's playing the high, the linebacker plays the low, etc., etc. So there's a little something like that you can do against the doubles. But for the most part, when you're going against doubles, man, well, let me see if I can reset this. I can. This thing's all broken. For the most part, man, I'm honestly just, I'm doing this right here, man. Like, we're manning up both the slot, the tight end. We're blitzing, we're getting after him, or we're just leaving them on the quarters. For the most part, that bags it, because, like I said, most of the people are running this aren't really the best. So that's kind of all I got for the doubles and spread. We're going to move on to another formation. Might as well go with bunch, right? This is normal bunch. We're going to do a totally separate one for bunch strong, because there is some different things you can go do against the bunch strong. So this is just normal bunch right here. So we're going to bring everybody down. I'm saying get you bring your safety down a little bit extra. And I do some very crafty things against bunch, especially in the early game. Like no one catches on to what I do, so I'm hitting the shot at the quarterback. We're getting picks and all that good stuff. Now eventually they're gonna catch on to what I'm doing, so I gotta switch up what I'm doing. But this will definitely give you most likely a little lead against the bunchers. If guys are coming out in bunch, you know, there's a couple of things you're gonna see. You're gonna see verticals. You're gonna see I think it's double post. That's the play, right? There's a couple of different plays you're gonna see. This is how I like to start the game. We're gonna blitz this left backer right here. We're going to use the right backer. We're going to man the left safety up on the running back. We're going to man this safety up on the tight end. And, you know, you're going to slant the line. You're going to pass command. It's going to look a little something like this. You got the left corner. He's got the left receiver. He's taking him out to play. That right corner, that quarter deep zone is very generous. Like he can play a little bit to the inside, especially if you got a pretty solid corner. We got the running back and we got the tight end manned up, so you don't really have to worry about the flats. Really, you're just playing the middle of the field. You know, if they're running verticals, your job is to play number 11. That would be AJ Brown. You're just running straight across the field. You know, the only thing you really got to be careful is you got to make sure they don't streak like anybody on that right side of the field. If they streak number 11, the slot guy, you got to go after and play them. If they streak number 15, the receiver, all the way to the right, I'm telling you that quarter deep zone on that right side, he'll be generous and he can get over there. Like I said, if you got a really nice corner, he can break it up with that KO. So you're really just kind of playing the middle of the field here. You got to understand too, your blitz is going to be getting in there super fast. So you don't be thinking like I got to cover everything, because you only really got to cover like one thing. Just take away that first read and you're good. The thing we could do here is we could keep this same adjustment right here. But if you're really worried about this deep bomb, you could either inside third the safety over the top instead of manning him up, or you could put him back in his quarter. Either put him back in his quarter, or just put him on the inside third if you just really don't want to have to worry about that deep shot there, or if you know he's putting the deep shot there. And then really now what your user is, you know, if the tight end runs out to the flat, you do have to go play that. If not, then you're still kind of just playing this intermediate middle here. So that's kind of like, you know, you don't want to worry about the deep shot. Or like I said, in this defense, a 5-man rush is our coverage defense, so you can still play coverage defense. So let's say you just kind of want to play a little bit of coverage. What I would say is you can man this right side backer up on the tight end, take him pretty much out to play, and then use the left guy, so you don't have the extra blitzer, but you're still sending 5 guys and you're still on the line trying to get guys disengaged. So a lot of times this right here will still scream. So this is definitely a lot easier coverage right here to play. Guys are trying to get crafty on the left side of the field here where camera curls at. If they're hitting you with that C route, something really easy you could do to take that away. This left side backer, just man him up, shade to the outside, so that's Y, and just flick the right stick to the right. Shades to the outside, and trust me, he will get over there and he will take that away. But that means you're going to have to use this TJ Edwards now, and you're going to have to kind of pick your poison here. You either can man this tight end up. Like I said, we get inside third him. You could do whatever. And, you know, sometimes if you really know that they got some really short routes going to that right side of the field, like maybe they're trying to hit that quick vertical where he kind of whips around, or, you know, maybe he just got something over killing you in the flat. Remember, we got these 5-yard cloud flats on. You can drop this corner in there if you want to, and then maybe if you want to deep half this corner right here, you could get really creative in this defense. Maybe he's starting to block the running back. Well, if that's the case, then we don't need to man him up anymore. We can inside third, the safety on the left eye. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different things you can do. You just got to get a little adjusted. Like, don't be scared to throw a 5-yard cloud flat on that right side of the field. You know, we're going to get to the quarterback. Trust me, these guys are coming in. I will go over a little bit of some backed off coverage. So honestly, if you're going to do the backed off coverage, it's pretty simple. 20-yard cloud flat, right? We're going to cloud flat the bunch side like that. Like I said, we'll usually want to deep half these guys. Honestly, we'll cloud flat both sides. You know what? Why not? Card who usually you typically you can kind of pick who you want to use here. For this instance, I'm gonna use the linebacker on the bunch side. So what I'm gonna do is with my extra backer, I'm gonna man him up on the running back, get on my line with the user, and you could do a little something like this. Once again, if you want to get really crafty out of it, you could have your outside corner in this case, I would say a 25-30 yard cloud flat, because what I was going to say is double Mabel with the safety up top and drop him down in the 0-yard curl flat. You can do it now. Once again, you got to, you know, get back here with your user. Like a lot of that's why we always come out in this 2 safety shell, because I want to disguise a lot of things that I'm doing. It's so hard to disguise what you're doing in a cover 3 shell with the 1 safety up top. It's only so much disguising you can do with that 2 safety. That's why I like coming out in the cover 4 quarters, because there's so much disguising you can do, so much different stuff you can do. Now, if you want to do something like this defense and play it safe, outside third, the corner on the left, and inside third, the safety on the left. Boom, little something like that. And if you want, you can put Carmichael on that flat to the left. Do a little something like that. It's all about disguising, masking what you're doing, man. One more adjustment we can do real quick for this is just for the normal bunch. We'll bring everybody down like this, boom, boom, boom. What we're gonna do is instead of like blitzing this user in this right side linebacker, blitzing him or anything, you can honestly just throw him on a little curl flat like that. If you're struggling with guys playing the flats on the left, make sure you man that safety up on the running back. Unless you notice the running back's blocking, then you don't have to do that. But just a little something like this, you can hit him with. It's usually not too bad. And like I said, usually the corners on the right side, like if you got a deep out zone KO, that deep zone quarter on the corner, he normally should get there. Sometimes like you guys will get crafty with it, you're probably gonna start dropping cloud flats, but as long as the pressure getting at home, then I mean, you should be good. We are gonna go over the other bunches as well because there's different bunches. Like some of the adjustments, there's different adjustments you got to make for some of the other bunches. So I feel like we went over a decent amount for this bunch. Let's go to the next formation. We're gonna go over RPOs and run defense as well. We just gotta wait till we get to those formations. So out of the formations we've talked about so far, none of them are really that normal bunch doesn't really have RPOs, not crazy runs out of it, so we haven't discussed any of that yet. We'll do trips tight end, you know what I mean? We'll do trips tight end next, because what, trips tight end's got some runs, got some RPOs. We can talk about the pass defense, so we are going to bring everybody down here, show blitz. We're going to show the RPO defense first. So for the RPO defense, what I like to do, thankfully, like I said, I have this universal coverage on Byard. This helps a lot. We're going to man him up on the the middle, right, the guy right in the middle. This linebacker right here, you're going to want to move him over right here. And you're going to want to man him up. That'll be the guy catching the RPO. And you also want to make sure you shade to the outside with the man coverage. You have to do that. But trust me, you're going to want to do that. And now for the run, really what I like to do is I like to stand right over top my inside stuff right here, which is Jalen Carter. And you'll sit down like this. And also one more thing I actually like to do is if you can get this one off, cloud flat the corner on the right. Yes, that's a 5-yard cloud flat. So if the running back, if they hit you with a run and he peels out to the backfield, you know what I mean, you'll be good right there. So you can do something like this. So if it's a run though, like you don't want to, you can sit right here with your user, but got to be a little bit careful. You got to be quick on your feet for the run. It's a lot easier in the run if you just stand right over the top of your inside stuff like this and you just kind of make a user play. It's pretty much that for the RPO. That's what I do for the most part. Or I mean, honestly, yeah, that's literally how I do it. I usually always just man up the closest guy for the RPO. That's how I do it. I never drop the DNs and have them played because I don't believe them going in coverage. I want them to go after the quarterback. I know what you're thinking about the right side of the field. You're probably like, well, that 5-yard cloud flat's not going to help when that number 81, the tight end, rolls out on a corner out. That's fine. If they're doing stuff like that, we're going to, I guess they got to run a play. I'll just have them run a play real quick. They're killing you with that corner route from the right side of the trips tight end. It's pretty easy. All you're going to want to do is just drop that corner right there in a cloud flat. That's pretty much that. I still actually like to bring my safeties down. I just don't bring the corner down, so I'll do something like this. And honestly, I'll still even run it like this, to be honest. I'll run it just like this with the whole left side of the field pretty much manned up. Shade, make sure you shade to the outside on that. And then I'll just get down here with the run field, my backer, and then I'm pretty much reading it. If the running back goes into the flat, I play the running back. If not, then I'm playing the middle of the field. So, or what you could do is you could actually drop TJ Edwards in that flat right there, or have him manned up on the running back with basically the linebacker on the running back side. And you could use the other backer, but you got to be a little bit careful because you could easily get burned in this. So you really got to be quick on your feet. That's the kind of thing with this defense. It comes down to a lot of user play. You definitely got to have a good user in this defense. So we could also go the Tampa 2 route with the defense, dropping both the guys in the cloud flats, deep half in the safeties, do the whole thing like this. If you're going to do it like this, I would still recommend moving this linebacker to the left and manning him up on that inside slot guy because, they'll still try to make the quick read there so you can kind of go back like that. Honestly, this guy, you don't really have to deep half. Usually on this trips tight end side, I would always leave him in the quarter or inside third him because, I mean, like if the corner route gets past that cloud flat, it is what it is, man. There's just, it is what it is on that one. So you could set it up like this. Once again, though, really gotta worry about. There's always something you have to worry about. You got to deal with the running back, and then you can, deal with the rest of the stuff. Let's say for a fact that like he's not gonna try to hit the quick seams on you or something like that. Then you can honestly drop this backer in like a little hook curl. I think we got him on 5 yards right now. That's usually pretty good. Leave him so in case he tries to have something quick like a drag or a slant or an in route come over the middle. You'll have your extra backer there in a hook curl, and then you can worry about the running back, do what you got to do. And then if he still has the time and somehow the route gets passed off to you, then you can go and play it. That's kind of all I really got for trips tight end. I don't usually blitz the extra backer against trips tight end, just because you really got to worry about all the guys on the left side of the field. I do sometimes, and if I do it, it's usually something really safe. Like if I decide to blitz Carmichael, like it'll be like an outside third, a deep half. You have the inside third here, and it'll look a little something like this. And then this outside corner will usually probably be on a deep half itself. So it'll usually look something like this. It's going to be something really safe because, I mean, you know, trips tight end can get downfield really fast with, you know, how spread out it is. So it would be something really safe if I was to do, you know, blitz the extra backer. Next formation we're gonna do is tight. This is a lot of the adjustments in this applies to all tight. This isn't really a tight right here you'll see too much, but these adjustments will apply to pretty much all of them. So we're gonna bring everybody down just like what we always do. And the first thing I like to usually do against tight is whatever side the running back is on, I actually like to have that linebacker, which would be TJ Edwards in this instance. I like to have one at 0-yard curl flat, and I want him to go out there and pretty much just sprint out to that flat. I'll get on the line right here with the other linebacker, and you'll just kind of read it and see what's going on. Usually this screams pretty good, these tight formations, especially you can see how that tight end's lined up on the line. Like, it's just gonna, something funky's gonna happen if he doesn't block him. So really your job is sprint out to the left, see if anything's in the flat. If not, you know, chill in the middle and just kind of play something. Like I said, this is a lot of these are quick hitter blitzes, man. Like, these guys are gonna come in, so you're not really having the cover for, like, you know, hella long. That's why everything's a lot of quick hitter stuff. Another thing I like to do is so let's see, I think we should be able to respot this, right? So let's say they're lined up a little bit more on the right hash here, the offense. So let's say the short side of the field is the right side right here, right? Something I honestly would like to do, and this isn't, like I said, this isn't a tight formation you'll really see too much. This is a tight, but it's a little bit more, the guys are kind of spread out in the light. Let's say it's like a real tight formation, you know what I mean? Like a tight, this is kind of like a tight open. What I'll do is I'll actually cloud flat the right side corner, have him on a 5-yard cloud flat. I'll blitz the right side backer on that side, get on my the left side backer right here, because if they're in a tight formation like that, this quarter right here will be able to pretty much kind of play for the most part, anything deep, unless they run that little fade route on the sideline, which, you know, I doubt they're going to really bring that out too early. And I don't even think some of the formations have that play. He's going to take away pretty much anything in the flat right there, and it's the same thing before. You're spreading out to that flat to the left, it's not in there, you're coming back to the middle. This is going to, and this blitz right here is going to definitely come in, so you know what I mean. Someone's gonna come in free. Another thing I like to do is, instead of putting him on that cloud flat, so we're gonna put TJ on the 0-yard curl flat again. He's gonna play the running back side, and then what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna flat the left side corner. He's gonna play the opposite flat, and we're gonna deep half Kevin Byard here, so he can play anything deep. And really, your responsibility is now you don't have to play the flats. You just have to play the middle of the field. And if you want to be extra precautious, you can take DRC off this corner here, or your right side safety off the quarter, and you can put him on an inside third. Do a little something like that, kind of mess around, and you're really just kind of, you know, playing the middle of the field here. If they're absolutely just killing you with, you know, the corner routes, then it's a pretty simple fix. You're gonna, you know, you gotta back your corners up, don't press them. Put both of them on 20-yard cloud flats, and there you go. That's pretty much mission complete right there. That's the easiest. They're going to have to throw the ball in the middle of the field. You can still honestly even leave TJ Edwards on his curl flat, because you still want to have somebody play that flat on that running back side, because, you know, in tight, they're always looking to hit the quick hitter to the running back. So your job is simply just, you know, play the middle of the field here. Also still got to watch out for that left side flat. And I would say that this tight is the one instance, I will say, where if you really need to drop this left DN in this situation in a 0-yard curl flat, you can do it. But I would try your hardest not to have to, because you really want to send all these guys. But if you really got to and it's killing you, then you got to do what you got to do. One more adjustment I'll give you out of tight. This is where sometimes you got to get a little freaky and tight, man. So let's say we're bringing all the corners back down again. So we got the major press, so we got them on the outside thirds. Sometimes you got to drop safeties and hook curls to get stops. You know, sometimes they're trying to hit you with the quick hitters. Let's say, for example, right, they got the running back going out to the flat, and they got, let's say, number 11, A.J. Brown is coming over to the middle of the field for some quick hitter. Quick hitter. I'm dropping this safety right here in a 5-yard hook curl, and we're gonna shut that down. All inside third, this guy, this left safety, just to make sure, you know, we don't leave the middle of the field completely buck naked. And we'll do a little something like this, man. Sometimes you gotta get crazy. You know, you gotta take things away sometimes. Don't be scared to drop guys in hook curls and leave parts of the field open, man. Sometimes you just gotta do it. Next formation we're gonna talk about is empty. Gun empty, man. Gun empty. I will say this. This is probably what gives me so much problem. It's empty, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's everybody's spread out. But I mean, we're gonna scream at it. So a lot of times, guys, a lot of times the guys that come out empty, they're throwing blind reads. They're just dropping back. They're getting out their fans, getting the ball out of their hands as fast as possible because they're throwing something stupid, right? So we're gonna bring everybody down. The first thing I like to do is I actually you on the empty side. Okay, whatever side of the empty has the most receivers. So for this instance, it'd be the right side. This has 3 receivers. You want to take that safety off the quarter and deep half him because that receiver right there in the middle, number 11, AJ Brown, if he streaks him, man, I don't know why, but the quarter gets dumbed down, he won't play it. So you do have to deep half him. And what I also like to do is I like to take that right side backer, who's ever. So like I said, the side of the empty that has the most receivers, which would be the right side. I like to grab him, move him over, and I like to man him up on the receiver right there in the middle. I'll use the left side, try to bring the safety down a little bit more as far as you can. You want to bring these guys down. And really your job is, you're just, you're kind of playing the middle of the field. You're reading the defense. You can sprint out to the left real quick. Make sure he's not trying to throw no quick hitters. If not, bounce back to the right and kind of read it how it is. This is why I struggle with empty, because it's just, it's a lot of blind reads. If you can just guess where they're going the ball, you'll be good. Another thing you do is instead of actually manning him up, you can just put him on that 0-yard curl flat and have him sprint out to the right. And against empty, man, I can't lie to you. Sometimes I make some really nasty adjustments. Like, there was a game where I had to do, I think it was a little something like this, man. Like, so what I was doing was I was dropping TJ Edwards in his inside third, which he played it god awful, by the way. I just want to say that he was getting smoked on it. And I had to drop this safety right here in a 0-yard curl flat because he was killing us on the right side of the field with the flats. We had to make a move, so we had DRC take it away. We had him right here in the middle. It didn't really work out the greatest, but if someone's really killing you with these flats, so what you could do is we're going to back everybody up how it's supposed to. We're going to drop both of these corners on 5-yard cloud flats, not 20-yarders, but 5-yarders with deep half both of the safeties. And TJ Edwards, back him up as much as you can, because like if you put him on the inside third and leave him right here, he's not gonna get back at all. Like, you're gonna have to legit like back him up like a solid 7-8 yards if you're gonna inside third him against empty, and do a little something like this. So the flats will be taken away. Also make sure with these deep hats, you make sure they're not pressed like this. You're definitely gonna want to back them up or they will get sorts. So you could do a little something like this, or what you could do is you could drop either whatever back you're not using, maybe drop him in like a 5-yard hook curl or something just to kind of help you out a little bit in the middle. But like I said, you also got to be careful because now the deep middle is vulnerable, but that's just how it is with empty, man. You're going to get to the quarterback quick. The quarterback's got to get the ball out. So you just got to hope like one of his guess passes doesn't hit, because they're going to be doing a lot of guess passing at empty. I'd say you want to just send that extra backer at him right here. Straight up blitz him. We're going to, deep half both the corners. Pretty much everyone's getting deep half, except for this guy. We're actually going to inside third or left safety. So you want to inside third a safety that is on the weak side, basically, which would be Kevin Byard on the left side, because there's only 2 receivers. So you can do a little something like this. You got all your KOs. Just use everything short. Try to make a quick play. Send the extra body, and yeah, it's so hard for me to make like a video on going over my defensive adjustments because I freestyle so much at the line with a lot of the adjustments that I do, and a lot of the stuff I do is so crazy. It's hard for me to recommend some of the stuff for you because sometimes like I'll just have like everybody will be like it's so crazy. Like if you're in the streams, you see some of these playoffs and your jaw is probably just dropping. Like there's no way you just put that out there. I do. That's why it's hard, trying to tell you guys what to run because a lot of you guys might run this and probably get burnt. So I'm trying to keep it a little bit more in the basic end and just kind of give you ideas of stuff that you could do yourself out there, with the adjustments. And I just hope it's all making a little bit of sense and it's helping you out. Our next formation, we're going to go over wing slot. Now, wing slot, we're going to talk about the RPO. We're going to talk about under center runs and things like that in general. Wing slot is the run basically where it's the stretch to the right. You got the RPO on the left, which would be Aguilar. You've seen this before. You've probably seen it all year. We're going to bring everybody down like we normally do. And like I said, how I do my RPOs is I typically don't... I've never once used my D lineman to stop the RPO. In this case, if it's the RPO is going to the left, then I'll bring the safety down to the left and I will man him up right in front of it. That's how you got to do it. You got to man the guy up. Now for the run adjustment here, all right, well, this is the first time we're actually going to move the line. You're going to spread the line to the outside, crash him to the outside like we've been doing. And this is where we start to get a little freaky. So we're going to blitz the outside corner on the right. That would be Mr. Darius Slay. We're going to blitz him. TJ Edwards, we're going to drop him in a 0-yard curl flat. This is where things starting to get a little crazy. So you also want to make sure you don't get caught with your user on the D-line. Kind of keep him away. Keep him backed up a little bit. If you want to have him over Reggie White, that's fine. If you want to have him backed up a little bit, you don't want to get caught on lineman. And you're just going to run to the right. The RPO is going to the right, and if he cuts it back, he cuts it back, but it's going to get blown up. So that's pretty much how you deal with that little stretch run. Now, let's say they actually throw the ball out of this. You still want to, probably have that safety manned up on 13 because of the RPO. You got to respect it. But if they're actually throwing the ball out of this, something I like to do is I like to cloud flat the corner on the right side, which, the opposite side of the RPO, that 5-yard cloud flat. And I'm gonna blitz the linebacker here on the left, and it's gonna be a little setup, something like this. Now, also, make sure you shade to the outside on this for the corner or the safety that's manned up, because a lot of times on that route, that guy's probably gonna run like a corner route or something like that. And you also want to shade the outside, because if he's gonna run any route, you do want to kind of force him to the inside. So you can run a little something like this right here. So this is pretty simple adjustment right here. Now let's say you don't want to blitz the extra backer and you want to have him in coverage. That's fine. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna man up that guy that's catching the RPO. We're gonna do that. And let's say you want to drop a guy in coverage, and you can drop TJ Edwards in the 0-yard curl flat to the left, and then you can use this left safety, have him right over this left guard right here like this, and then yeah, you can do a little something like this. This is fine. Usually guys that actually throw the ball at us, is very rarely you're gonna go against a guy that's really, cooking up. Most of the time they're running the ball out of this. No one's really coming out here throwing dots. The only person I ever went against that did, it was a pro player, okay? So that was like an anomaly, but so most of the time they're running the ball out of this. And that's actually the key against a lot of these under center runs. A lot of these under center runs, the I forms and the single backs and stuff, you're going to actually want to spread the line and crash them to the outside. That's a really big thing you're going to want to do, because if you don't, I don't know, man. I mean, guys that are running stretch and stuff like that are going crazy. And if you're worried about guys running the not stretch inside when you spread the inside, that's when it becomes the cat and mouse game. Now, I'm not saying they're going to get a huge chunk play like this every time. That's why I usually say back your user up a little bit, because you don't want the offensive lineman getting right up on you. So, and it also helps to, for this example, if the hole was really big on the left side, pause. You want to blitz that backer right there, and then with your other guy, you would, back him up a little bit like this and do a little something like this if they're going to run up the middle. And then, look, I mean, if you know they're running up the middle, then that's when I would say crash your line to the inside. Or pinch your line to the inside and also crash them slant them into the inside. If you truly know they're going to go into the inside like that. And in this case, I would tell you to get right up on line. I'd tell you to get right up in the gap and just take up a body, so one of your D-line make it just get up in there and make the play. A little something like that if they're doing runs to the inside. Now, if that's not working, once again, get back with your user, because I think in this is an RPO where they hand it off to the left to the inside. So you'd probably back up a little bit right here like this, and then just kind of, make that user tackle. But also have this guy blitzing, because it'll just, he'll help out a whole lot in the run. Let's say they're coming out some huge under center package right here. This is a 3 tight end set. We're going to bring everybody down, spread the line to the outside, like I said before, blitz the guy that's pretty much on the open, the open hole there of the inside, and there's a little something like this. If you feel like just straight up like this is literally what it is. We're just trying to stop the run. If you feel like you need to blitz this corner right here on the outside, by all means blitz him. Myself, I probably would. And we're setting the whole team. And honestly, don't even be scared to shade underneath right here, just so your quarters, your outside corner, everybody plays a little bit of tighter. Because shading underneath and stuff like that does work in zone as well. It'll just, help the reaction times a little bit. So don't be scared to shade underneath in this at all. If guys are coming out in these beefy under center packages like this, and they're running the ball, just send the whole team. Like, seriously, they're running the ball, send the entire team at them. I'm so serious. Don't run command, because run commanding sucks. Just blitz the whole fucking team. Let's get back to some more passing formations. We got the other bunch. This is bunch strong. You've probably seen this a couple times. This is the one that has the famous RPO to the right. Now, first things first, actually, when if they come out in this, and you're, we might as well actually show you real quick. There's a certain one bunch strong that the quarterback can actually tuck the run on the RPO. So you're going to want to make sure in your coaching adjustments, I picked the defense. There's going to be a setting in here where it's going to say option for defense. Put it on conservative. I'm an idiot. I accidentally, god damn it, picked the defense. But you're going to want to put it on conservative. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring everybody down right here, right? We're going to do something like this now. This adjustment works sometimes and it doesn't. It, honest to God, just comes down to who you have. You got to have a really good backer. We're going to curl flat the linebacker on the side of the bunch that will be playing the RPO. Now, you have to pass commit on this or this curl flat will not get over there. And it's honestly still not a guarantee he'll get over there. It just, you gotta have a backer that can do it. TJ Edwards actually plays it pretty solid, so he's going to be playing the flat, he's going to be playing the RPO side, and what we're also going to do is we're going to cloud flat this left corner. The guy opposite of the bunch, he's playing everything on the flat. The receiver on that side, he's either running a streak, he's running a post route, or he's running some type of deep corner. Now, honestly, you'll be surprised. This quarter, you know, if you line him up right on him like this, he'll do some wonders, and he'll do a pretty good job running with him. As long as you got your KOs on, he'll do pretty good. So this adjustment could possibly take this RPO away. Like I say possibly because there's no guarantee that curl flat's always going to get out there. So let's say, for example, he's not getting out there. There's two adjustments you can do. One, this is what I do. I man the outside corner up on the guy that's catching the RPO, which would be number 15 in this case. And then what I do is I actually blitz the other backer like this. Or actually, sometimes I keep him on a curl flat. Sometimes I do keep him in a curl flat. Sometimes I blitz him. In this case, I say we'll keep him on a curl flat. We're still going to pass commit and we're running something like this. And you can leave your user right here in this hole because usually the run portion of this isn't very good. It's really just the RPO part that's pretty annoying. So you could do something like this here for the RPO, or what you could even do is you could put this outside corner in a 5-yard cloud flat. You have to pass commit though. If you're gonna rely on the zones to play the RPO, you have to pass commit or it won't work. So you could do something like that. But if you're gonna do that, I would recommend manning this linebacker up somewhere here. Whoever's running the deep corner on this side, you got to man him up. So if it's 11, you man him up on 11, shade to the outside. If it's 15, you man him up on 15, shade to the outside. Whoever's running it on that side. Or what you can do is you can leave him in a hook curl. Or you can blitz him. It's really up to you. You can do something like that. This is bunch strong nasty what I was showing. There's another bunch. It's bunch strong. I'm not sure what playbook it's in. I think it's in like Jets or something. I don't have it, but what the other bunch strong is, it's the same thing how everybody's lined up on the right side. You got the 3 receivers with the stack, the running back there, and instead of this receiver on the left being in this slot, he'd be lined up to the outside. You know what I'm talking about. There's a really nasty adjustment I love doing right there. So just pretend like that corner and that receiver are on the left. I don't have the playbook. I don't know what formation's in. So just imagine him not lined up being in a slot. Something I love doing against that. I'll have the right side back from the running back side and 0-yard curl flat. I'll drop this safety right here down in the curl flat, and it'll look a little something like this. And I'll tell you right now, this absolutely kills this, right? Because the receiver on the left is either on a streak or he's on a deep post route, right? You're dropping that safety down in the hook curl, and you're probably worried about the post route. Don't worry about it. If he's killing you with that post route, then just deep half the right safety. But most of the time, they're probably not. You drop him down in the hook curl, because what's going to happen is usually what they do with the route combos, they got the drag coming in on the receiver, the tight ends on like the little the trail route, right? So that safety on the left with the hook curl, he's taking away the drag route, because by the time that receiver gets all the way over there, the pressure's coming in. They're getting hit, right? So with your user, you're really just using the trail route, and then, you know, sometimes they'll do what the running back is, right? They'll try to have him come out on a little streak route or get cute right there. You can easily lurk that. So that's a huge adjustment. I like doing that for the other bunch strong. I hope you know. I hope I explained it good so you know. You've seen it. If you've played Madden, you know the other one I'm talking about. Not the normal bunches, the bunch strong, or the running backs on the side of the bunch. It's just, instead of the receiver on the left being in the slot, he's lined up out wide. That's one of my favorite adjustments. I love doing that against that. It kills it. And if they're trying to hit you up with the double corners on the right side, I'll be honest, when they snap that ball, you just haul ass over to that right side. I'm telling you, you'll be able to get over there. Especially if you got Harold Carmichael, 6'8", you'll be able to lurk some corner routes. So you just got to haul ass over there. Look, if you can't get over there, what did we discuss before? You know, you put your outside corner on a cloud flat. You know, you back them up. And whatever depth you need to put him at. If you need to put him at 20, 15, 10, 25, you put him at that depth. You have him play it. Drop this guy in your inside third. You can still have this guy underneath in the curl flat. I'd probably inside third him. And then, depending on the bunch, depends what you want to do with this guy. If it's this bunch, honestly, I'm leaving him in the cloud flat. And honestly, I'll deep half this guy. And I'll leave him butt naked just like this, to be honest. But if it's the other one where he's lined about wide, that receiver on the left is lined about wide, I would probably, you know, put him in a deep zone, and you could either inside third to safety, or, like I said before, drop him in that hooker. I would honestly still drop in that hooker. I don't care if you can have the middle of the field. I got 6'8" Carmichael. I'm using some, so to do a little something like that after trying to hurt you with the corner routes. This is the last formation we're gonna go over right here. It's gonna be it's a double tight end set. They're coming out in something a little bit more jumbo. And we're gonna discuss the RPOs. Really, all you ever want to do against any, like, if you know where RPO's going, like in this situation, you know if it's an RPO, it's going to the left side. anytime they're running an RPO, you bring the safety down that side, and you're gonna man up. You're gonna man them up. That's what you're gonna do against any RPO. I don't want to see anyone dropping a D lineman out there. I don't. There's no need to. So in this case, we would drop in there for the RPO. And, you know, think of this is a gun wing slot. So what I would actually do is I would actually drop this right corner, 5-yard cloud flat, have him play that flat. And then, honestly, I would probably blitz the left guy and then send something like this. Because, you know, usually how this works is the two tight ends on the right, or one's on a drag, one's on a crosser. You can literally use both of them. And you just simply make a user play. And then, you know, the right flat's gone, so you don't got to worry about the RPO. Everything's shut down. But that's a really big key thing. In a lot of these tight formations like this, where you might be able to drop this outside corner on a 5-yard cloud flat, I would do it. That's why I said at the beginning of the game, I have my cloud flats on 5, because if guys are coming out for, you know, these tighter formations where, you know, especially if they're closer to this, like in this case, like he's really close to that right sideline, so it's going to be a lot easier for him, you know, that 5-yard cloud flat to cover all the ground and not have to worry about getting beat deep. It just makes life a little bit easier because, you know, like I said, we're blitzing, we're getting pressure, so these guys aren't a lot of times going to have to be in coverage for too long. I honestly think we covered a pretty good amount. If there's anything that I left out that you guys have any questions about this 3-4 under, go ahead and comment them down below. I'll definitely be getting back to all you guys. If you guys want to see me run this live in effect, tap in with the Twitch. The link that is down in the description. I don't think I'm gonna be live today. I think I might just stream like Monday through Friday now. I'm thinking about the weekends, just kind of chilling. You know, kind of taking a couple days off Madden on the weekends, just so I can kind of, you know, it's Madden, man. Sometimes you need a couple days off. If you guys got any questions, man, go ahead and ask me. If I left out anything important that I might have forgot, let me know. Maybe we need to do an update video. Let me know. So. That's pretty much all I got for you guys today, man. If you like this 3-4 under, man, drop a like. I've been running for about a little bit over 2 months now. I've been loving it. It's great. It's gonna be sad to start Madden 25 because I'm probably not gonna be able to run it because, you know, you need lurkers for this. You really do. But let me know if any of you guys are running this in regs. If you're having success with that, let me know. But till next time, boys, I'll see y'all in the next one.